Hey everyone, good evening. Welcome in. I wanted to start like 30 minutes ago, but I totally did not make that happen. Hi Ardrick, welcome in. Hi Doug, welcome in. How are you two doing tonight? It's a Zelda game high priority. Well, thank you for hanging out, I appreciate that. We're actually unfortunately getting close to the end, but I'm excited. But no worries, I will more than likely be playing another Zelda game again soon, once we finish this one. I am good, thanks. I'm glad to hear that, Doug. I'm doing well myself tonight, just a little tired. Good but tired? Yeah, same. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Yesterday was so stressful because we had fire alarm testing in our building, and I don't think it was intentional, but the alarms were going off for 3 hours in the afternoon, and I was about ready to punch somebody. I was trying to work, wasn't expecting the alarms to be going off for 3 hours. I had a terrible headache. So that was my day yesterday. Why do I have no magic and no hearts? What happened to me? Make my beak face the skull of truth. The alternative is descent into the deep darkness. Skull of truth? Oh, this one. They were doing more testing today, but it was on the lower floors only. And when I went to take my dog downstairs to go to the bathroom for his afternoon walk, I heard kids screaming at the top of their lungs. I don't know if it was a joke, because they were also laughing, but out the window, like, shut up, be quiet, shut up, every time the alarm lady would talk, so that was pretty funny. I'm hoping that their parents weren't having to deal with them screaming and also the alarms going off, because I feel sorry for them if that was the case. It was at least 2 kids screaming. So, I thought that was hilarious. You know, you could probably technically do this whole place without the Lens of Truth, but... Here is how gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. I love this temple. Hey Pac-Man, welcome in. I'm doing good tonight. How are you doing? I would need magic, please. Please. What is hidden in the darkness, tricks full of ill will. You can't see the way forward. I like how there's a narrative going on as we walk through this place. Ow. Just watching Christmas movies. What are you watching? I haven't watched any Christmas stuff yet, unfortunately. Oh no. I don't like this guy. So scary. More like romance Christmas movies? What you watching? Let us know. I don't watch too many movies, so I might not know what you're talking about, but someone else might. Oh no. This thing is seriously nightmare fuel. Oh, he's twitching. Ooh. Oh, we got the item already. That was fast. Angel Fall Christmas. I've never heard of that. Speaking of Christmas, my husband's Christmas presents are on the way in the mail, by the way, so I'm excited about that. Don't tell him anyone. He probably knows. But... I have to sneakily wrap them once they arrive. Luckily, I'm the only one that checks the mail, though, so... he won't see them before I do. I'm honestly so bad because we don't have a lot of money, so I haven't been able to really send people gifts or anything for a long time. Which is kind of sad. Like I get my husband gifts when I can, but like I haven't bought my coworkers gifts or I haven't mailed out gifts to my friends in a while. It just feels bad. Because I want to, you know. Maybe I can send Christmas cards. Oh, it's the map. Nice. Is the compass here too? Oh my goodness, is that a raid already? Hi Bear Pear Gaming, welcome in! Just in time for the jingle. Welcome in. How are y'all doing? Let's switch over here for a second. Just been raided by some wild bears. Welcome in. Hi, Daniel. Beryl, welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. I totally didn't time it that way. How are you guys doing? Let me give you a shout out. Super Smash Brothers? How was Smash Brothers? Did you win? Shaking off some Smash Rust. I'm pretty sure I have a lot of Smash Rust. Hey Tadpole, welcome in. I did, but not the last match, unfortunately. Gonna be Ruby and Smoke Smash here. Tadpole, you don't have to let us know if it's legal or not. Whatever you do, I support it. Daniel, I'm gonna give you a shout out too, okay? What made you guys want to play Smash Brothers? I haven't played Smash Brothers in forever. But welcome in everyone. I'm Fox, a gay variety streamer. My schedule has been so shaky lately, but I try to stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I am in Hawaii, so my time zone's a little bit weird. I'm gonna be on late for most of you. We are playing Ocarina of Time on the Switch Nintendo online service. I'm not sure what else we're gonna be playing. I need to add in a second game soon, but I've just been having fun playing Ocarina of Time on my new OLED Switch. Travis is streaming. Hi Morosa, welcome in. I missed it and a few people were mentioning it in chat and made me want to play. That's awesome. I want to do more multiplayer games too this month, so. But thank you for the raid. I'm going to switch back to Ocarina of Time, continue our trek through the Shadow Temple. I want to see how much we can get through of this tonight. I might end a little early because my husband wants to make pizzas for dinner, so that's really exciting, and I don't know how long I can wait for pizzas. So, but I will hang on as long as I can. So, how goes the Zelda? We just started, so I haven't had a chance to fail yet or anything. So I'll let you know as we go through. I hope you had a great stream, and if you need to do any self-care, please go take care of that. Don't feel obligated to stay. Okay, so we already have the hover boots. Nice. I love this dungeon, just like I love the under the well place. Do you have to go eat? I did a few more matches than I said I was going to. Jesse is glaring at me. You better go take care of that then. If you didn't know, Merbrosif and I occasionally share brain cells. Really? Sorry to raid everyone. Nope, no worries. Thank you so much for the raid and for bringing your community over to me. I appreciate that. You can go enjoy yourself. I'm sure I'll see you again very soon. My hands and fingers are being dumb from all the smashing. I bet. All the smashing. Sounds like a fun time. What? Oh. Wait, that didn't kill it? Oh, there we go. Takes 2. Two doors. I'll be lurking in the Shadow Temple. I'll be sure not to bother you if I see you in the temple. I see you lurking while eating food. Wait, is there something? No. Ow. Stealing your hover boots? No, I need those. Shadow Temple is burned into my mind. Hi Logan Waffle, welcome in. There it is. How are you doing tonight, Logan? Ow. I'm trying to do most of these temples without consulting a guide, except for the water temple. I did not hesitate to use a guide for that temple, because man, I would have gotten lost.
I do not.
Oh god. I forgot I had that redemption. That scared me. Thank you, Pac-Man. It's like, who is that sinister laugh? Okay. Ouch. Okay, there's a hole there. Ah! My job done. Ow, I wish I had the compass, though. Maybe I need to fall in that hole. The farther I get into games, even older games, the less I remember about the locations for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I can climb out if I need to. What do you think about the Mario movie? The Mario movie, I am super excited about. Super Mario Brothers movie. Super, super excited. It looks really good. Almost all of the voice acting is fantastic, and it just looks so pretty. I love the way that Bowser has been done. He has my seal of approval. Okay, I guess I can't go this way. Had a very non-productive workday. That sounds good. I coded myself into many evil traps. Now and watch the experts play. Oh, I'm by no means an expert, but I appreciate that. I'm probably going to get lost many times in here. Well, I guess I have to go back out this way because Tiki beat the crap Mario. That was really funny to me. That was funny. I love that. Hi, Earl. Phil and Earl just finished Fortnite. Oh my god, did you win? Hi, Phil. I'm sorry, I was talking to Earl earlier, Phil, about playing, and I forgot I was going to stream tonight, so I will play with you folks another time, I promise. How was Fortnite? We got 10th place? Ooh, that's awesome. Let me shout you both out. Thank you for popping in after Fortnite, I appreciate that. Oh crap. Phil, I was telling Earl, I really wanted to get, and maybe I will get, oh god. I really wanted to get the Mario Golf game so we can play together. It was scary and exhausting, I bet. Probably not as exhausting as Overwatch, right? Overwatch can be very exhausting. This has to be the compass. Your beard smells? What does your beard smell like? I'm a little afraid to ask, but... Wait, that was just the compass? Hang on. It smells like ass. Well, we know what Earl was doing earlier then. Oh, thank you, Daniel, for gifting a sub to Phil. Thank you. Wait. I am missing something here. Earl likes to eat those cakes. We knew that already. Okay, now this is going back. We don't want to go back. Where do I go? I always see you playing these N64 games. Nostalgic for you? Yes. I like to throw in lots of retro stuff, so you'll generally find me playing N64 or Super Nintendo. I can't always stomach NES games, so not usually those, but I like old stuff. There we go. I grew up with the N64, so, well, I technically grew up with the SNES, but N64 came out while I was still a kid, so... Oh god. It was really cool to see all of my favorite series on Nintendo move into 3D. It's like, ooh. So cool. Did you need me to shout anyone out? Wait, did I shout you out, Phil? No, I didn't shout you out, and you're not going to shout yourself out, so I'm going to shout you out. But I think I've got everyone else. I think. If not, let me know. I will gladly give you a shout out. Wait, is that the full-on Big Ron sword? It is! How hard is the quest now as an adult? It felt overwhelming as a kid. It's definitely not too bad once you know what you need to do. But as a kid, it was overwhelming. Trying to get to the places as quickly as you can, but... Now, yeah, it's not too bad. These freaking spiders. Too much toughness in those older games I grew up with. I actually could have gotten this sword much sooner, but I totally had a brain fart on how you were supposed to do it, so I ended up getting it kind of late. Oh my god, I need to watch out for these spiders. Excited for Friday? Yes, in Mario Kart. So, I'm gonna do some promotion for my mod Phil here, but Phil is doing a Mario Kart event on Friday in celebration of the new tracks for the DLC pack that is being released. So if you would like to race with us and lose to Phil, then please join us on Friday on Phil's stream. Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. Well, I've been feeling with that on the Spider's Navi, so I'm very sorry. Lose to Phil is absolutely right, yeah. That's... You're just gonna have to be okay with losing to Phil, and then you'll have a good time. After that session of Words with Friends with Chicky, I know Phil's skills. That was impressive. I'm not sure when the opening is for these guys. Oh, well, that works too. Bye. I don't know. There's no way I can hover over there. Oh, that's what it is. Sneaky. I was overdoing dishes as usual and heard some spicy conversation. It's because Phil showed up. Things always get spicy when Phil shows up. Are those invisible? No. Phil brought his spice rack. Nope, don't suck me up. Oh crap, I just jumped into it. Why can't I hit this? There we go. Give me my shit. Oh god. Brought my spicy rack indeed. How dare you take my stuff? Ow, and I'm getting hit by the invisible blades. Ah! Can I? No. What? Gotta season them up first, right? You got what? Oh, a shiny Chansey. My husband just caught a shiny Chansey. I'm kind of jealous. Wait, is there nothing else in this room? Excuse me. Thanks, Phil. Took a chance on catching that one. Why is there a thing here? I bet there's a Song of Time block here. I bet. I don't know why. I just really want these hearts because they're taunting me. The only shiny I've gotten so far is Breviary. I got the shiny... There it is. I got a shiny... I can't remember what the name of that Pokemon is, but that new catfish looking thing that's a Titan also. I just ran into one of those randomly. I should probably put my tunic back on. I don't need the blue one in here. Personally, I feel completely cheated by the fact that shiny does not mean sparkly and magical in Pokemon. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like a slightly different color. Dondozo, yes, that's the one. Have you saved yet today? I probably should save again. Thank you, Phil. Wait, is that all that's in here? Ow. Right now, I'm just in our Pokemon games. My husband and I are just looking for shinies because we got our shiny charms because we both hit maximum or 400 on the Pokedex, and trying to build up Pokemon for Terra raids. That's basically it. Although Terra raids are so glitchy, like, it's very frustrating. I hope they patch them so they work better. Working on your decks. Morbrosif, if you need anything, let us know, because we have both versions, so no matter what version you're playing, I can trade you something you need, I'm sure. I'm on Violet, so I need all the past Pokemon from Scarlet. I can catch you all of those, Morbrosif. For sure. We just have to make sure we're Switch friends. I don't know if we are yet. We should be. Ugh. Thankfully, Jack and I want to say Pox has helped me get a lot of the... Oh, that's good. We should be, but I don't think so. Do you have a command for your friend code? I don't, but I will send you it somehow. At some point. Oh, God. Where's the last one? Oh, there. Yeah, I'll send it to you afterwards, Morbrosif. I'm guessing Discord is the best way to reach you outside of stream. Only one with the Eye of Truth will find the stone umbrella that protects against the rain of blades. Phil. That's a good idea for a command, Morbrosif. I should do a command that puts all my gaming socials on. That's a good idea. Like my Switch friend code and my Steam and my Xbox and everything. Command idea stolen from the one and only Natty Box. Well, thank you, Natty Ox. I appreciate that. It's a good idea. I'm looking at my Switch notifications. So many people are signing on to Pokemon. It's really funny. I'm honestly glad to see so many people playing it because I was worried with the technical issues that it would just be a flop, but it looks like a lot of people are playing it, so that's cool. Though I do really hope they patch some of those issues. I really do. Not saying the issues should stay, but yeah. I want to be Switch friends with y'all so you can see how often I play Hades. That's still a game I have not played, unfortunately. Did I miss something? Oh. Can I climb on top of these? Please send a patch. It would be nice. There were some noticeable improvements after the first patch they released recently, but it's still very janky. So, but not unplayable. It's not unplayable. It's just very janky. The biggest problem I have right now for gameplay playability wise is the terror raids. They're so glitchy for me. I don't know if it's like that for the rest of you, but it's just, it's so bad. It's very laggy and stuttering and glitchy, like things like reset, I think, you know, when they're not supposed to, and it's very frustrating. You know, I wish I had a Stream Deck just so that I could push one button and sploosh. Just for Phil. Oh crap, why do I keep doing that? No. Wait, now where do I go? Oh, there's a locked door over there, I see. Okay. Yeah. When I want to do terror raids, I almost always just hit random because none of the cards seem to connect me in more than 1 out of 10 times. Oh boy. Yeah, it's frustrating. That's probably the least playable part of the game right now to me. But everything else works. Even and some of the glitches I've seen online are hilarious. There's such potential. I haven't gotten sucked into a Pokemon title like this in a hot minute. Me too. And particularly my husband. He's not really a gamer. You know, he doesn't play a lot of games, and he wasn't really too into the more recent Pokemon games, but he's really into this one, which I'm happy about because we can play it together, you know. We've been doing terror raids together at night and stuff like that, and exploring around. The multiplayer is done really well. I'm really surprised about that. So, there's a lot of good. But it's also just very glitchy. So and the storyline is so well done. It really is. Like, this is the first time I've been so invested in a Pokemon story. The main storyline. Usually I'm just kind of like about it, but it's a good one. The characters are all very well done, the story is very well done, so... Oh, that's a big skull. I'm really excited to see how they're going to expand on it, because you know they're going to do DLC for sure. I don't know if this is really... I guess it's not really a spoiler, but there is definitely a portion of the map that's not unveiled, so... I'm sure that'll be added. I really like it. It's some of the games that have really impressed me this year are ones that I wouldn't have really thought, which is nice. And I haven't played a whole lot of games this year as far as playing games to completion, but the ones I have played have been very good, so. The game I spent the most time on, for sure, was Final Fantasy XIV, and I got through that whole thing in a few months, so that was great. Pokemon Scarlet, for sure, I spent a lot of time in. Another game that I spent a bunch of time in that I did not expect to have so much time in was the Getting Grounded that I've been playing, too. Oh, key. I've spent lots of time in that game. I have to go back and see what other games I've played. Because the years, as I get older, the years start to meld together and I can't remember the different games I played in any particular year, so. You just blew that skull's mind up. I did. Totally blew his mind. Whatever was left of his mind. Okay, I guess that's it for this room. Just the key. Scarlet Nexus, what's that? Oh, there's just the locked door here. Okay, cool. Oh, crap. Time for the heavy shoes. Oh god. Okay, I see you this time, Spider. I see you. How come the wind is not blowing the spider? Explain that, game. Oh god. Oh, go down, go down. There we go. Bandai Namco. Ow. Crap. Bandai Namco action JRPG that also has an anime, very superpowers fighting monsters vibes. Oh, that's kind of. That sounds cool. With an intricate sci-fi story. That's awesome. Oh, okay. I think I have to let this thing blow me. Come on. There we go. Oh crap. I have to let this blow me. I did, Phil. It blew me. It's a solid title, a lot of cutscenes, it gets very plot... How did that not work? Plot dumpy often, but it's worth a look. Okay. Is it gonna burn them to death? Oh crap. I like how it freezes me mid-sword swing. It's available with Game Pass? Oh, cool. I actually need to explore more Game Pass since I have it, you know? The only games I really played were the Disney game, which I kind of want to go back to because they patched it, so I want to see what they added and fixed. And then, Grounded. So, I should really look at more games. Oh, there's a key. I think it's a decent game for streaming. Good to know, thank you. I may have to look into it. I think for this month, I'm probably going to tuck into retro games, only because when I think of the holidays, it always makes me think back to my childhood, getting new games for Christmas. And of course, back then it was always Super Nintendo games or N64 games, you know, things like that. So I don't know if I'll do anything new until January-ish, maybe. We'll see. Spider. Retro is absolutely the vibe for the holidays. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I just think of retro, older games. Oh, there it is up there. Oh, I need Scarecrow. Eh. Retro titles. Nope. Oh, crap. Hey, Chicky, welcome in. How's it going tonight? Thank you for stopping in. Wait, I wonder if I can catch it. No, probably not. How are you doing tonight? Oh crap. Good, just chilling. I'm doing good today, Chicky. Thank you. I'm definitely doing better than yesterday because I don't know if you heard yesterday, but they were doing fire alarm testing in my building yesterday, and the alarms were going off for 3 hours straight in the afternoon, and I was about ready to punch someone. Or as you would say, punch a pregnant baby. I was so mad by the end of the day. Me and my husband were so grouchy. We were so annoyed. Luckily today was peace and quiet. But, so today was much better. Unfortunately, I do have to go into the office tomorrow, so that's kind of a boo, but I'm hoping I won't be there that long. Planning to come home a little after lunch, hopefully. And spend the rest of the day working at home, but we'll see. Wait, do I have to shoot those? Hope it goes by quickly. Me too. I don't like going to the office. Mostly because of the commute and it takes away time from my day. I don't really hate the office all that much, but it's just... Oh, I guess that doesn't work. Really? Come on. This more Lens of Truth crap. I'm surprised you're not streaming, Chicky. You've been on a streaming, I almost said a streaming kick, but that's not really what I'm saying. You've been streaming a lot. Ah, little baby hands, no. Oh, you stole bitch. Get back. Luckily mine is just 20 minutes, but I gotta factor the wake up and getting ready time. Yeah. And if there's traffic... Ugh. I do not like it. Thought about streaming, but I want to shower and get a good night's sleep. Stays up for the next 12 hours scrolling TikTok. If you're gonna do that, Chicky, we should just play games instead. Oh. Ow. Only working half a day tomorrow. Oh. An eye appointment. I hope that goes well. A Skull Spooky Highlights Avenger. Welcome in, David. Which eye? I gotta get new eyes. Oh no. Do you need the LASIK? Wait, was there nothing in this room? Was that just for rupees? Oh. Well, that was a waste of my time. The whole thing are getting replaced. Wait, where am I supposed to go then? No. Bad hands. Bad touch. My new eyes are going to be hexagonal and blue. Going in for new contacts. Ooh. The urge to get new glasses is strong. I probably should update my glasses too. It's been quite some time. Maybe I'll get some of the ugly free ones to make it work. Glasses are expensive. I think at least my insurance, it covers one pair a year, but I haven't been taking advantage of that. Make them work that puss. Okay, we got the boss key. We're all good then. We're good to go. Is this so weird that the walls only show up like with the lens of truth on? My coverage is like a pair every 2 years. Wait, am I supposed to shoot those things? The regular arrow? A fire arrow, an explosive fire arrow didn't set that off, but a regular arrow did, okay. I don't have any eye coverage, it's all out of pocket, oh gosh. That's annoying. I have an appointment next Tuesday, barely have coverage. I will do my best not to get new glasses. That's so sad. Eye health is so important. We shouldn't have to be like, nope, sorry, we can't get you new glasses because can't afford it, it's not covered. That's such BS. Don't like that. Oh no, I need a key. No. Crap. Where did I miss a key? Oh, there's a key in there. Okay, good. Can I not get back this way? Hello? There we go. Insurance, I don't know her. Ugh. Ugh. Even when I had vision insurance, glasses were still pretty expensive. Yeah, even with my coverage, I still have to pay quite a bit out of pocket. So it's kind of like, yeah. Oh, I didn't go south yet. Okay. Let's go south. Hopefully that's the key. That better be the key. That's kind of why I avoid getting new glasses, which is, you know, that's kind of shitty. I don't think I went in this room yet. Nope. Oh. Is this blood on the floor in a Zelda game? They also do the whole hullabaloo of adding extra things to glasses, like anti-glare and mega curvature, so you can see the sun and moon stars at all times. Mary, thank you for the bits. Welcome in. I just want to see. I know that. Yeah, my eye doctor always tries to add on the special everything. And it's like, no thanks. Thank you, Mary, for the bits. How are you doing tonight? I can't believe there's blood on the ground here. That's kind of creepy. I mean, you can't really tell. I guess maybe it was a stockade or something, basically. Or someone was chained up. Creepy. So many wonderful pals. I know, I don't know why so many people are here today. I'm so happy about that. I'm always surprised when people actually show up. It's been a long week. I know it's only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. Why did you have to remind us, Mary? Don't do work anymore. Oh, this is not the right room. Get out of there. Work is terrible. Don't do work at all ever again. Heretofore, forever and ever. I wish that was the case for all of us. I did work late last night for a deadline. Oh, that's right. My fucking man coworker who was a butthead was like, we should do it a different way, and basically bullied my supervisor into agreeing and then never gave me the date. Oh my god. Why are men? Tell him to stick it. I never want to do work again. I never want to do work again either. Work is overrated. This is kind of scary. Take the man and then throw him out the window. That's usually a good way to deal with man. So far up his anal cavity that he sees the sun and moon and stars at all times. Oh my god. We also got a late start on it Friday because he overslept for our meeting. This person seems very annoying. So I kind of want to be like, bud, you lost your rights to say that when you slept right through our meeting. Seriously. Hi, Evan. What did I enter into? Apparently we're sticking things up a man's bum. So, pretty normal track for the day, I guess. Men being the worst, that's what, yes, for sure. He's just way pushy and loud, so he overpowers us all. I gotta work on being less passive. That's hard to do at work sometimes. The secret society of the sun and moon stars at all times. No men allowed. See shit men at work being poop heads. Yeah, poop heads. Chicky, you've got me saying poop heads all the time now. Except we're all men minus Mary. But she's the daddy. Poop head Jack. Ow. Ah, take that. Oh god. Sorry, I'll catch up with chat once I defeat this monster. What? What? Crap. There we go. Poophead Jack. Jack is the poophead. How did Jack get singled out? Jack always gets singled out because he's a poophead. Sorry for a rant. Hi all. Happy to see you here. Thank you, Phil. A lovely brush of fresh and minty air. You're always welcome to Roundabout Man with me. I know. You can always do that anytime, Mary. Because men are special creatures. My poor BFF got about 15 minutes of voice memos of me yelling. Is it like 3 5-minute voicemails that got cut off every single time because you went too long? I was like, you don't gotta actually listen, but they were cathartic to make. Breath. This is also just work, man. I don't know why, but I decided to reactivate a dating app. Oh dear lord. Sometimes you gotta yell into the void. Yeah. The act of God creating man was the first mistake. I fucking love yelling sometimes. I haven't had a good yell in a long time, but my voice quickly gives out if I do that. I don't have a strong voice. It's Impa! Yay! Just listen to my rambles. You all have to deal with me posting depressive stuff on Twitter all the time, and that's how I get out stuff sometimes, so I'm sorry about that. I'm sure some of you are looking at like that. Oh, guy, this guy needs some help. I do, but you know, you guys knew that already. I yell all the time on stream. We're all lovely, but we're still men, so we're still the worst. Yeah. I'm the worstest? You're definitely not the worstest. I know way worstest, more worstest than that. Than you, Chicky, for sure. Chicky does bully Jack a lot. Well, Jack usually asks for it, so... Don't tell him I said that. Jack says things to, like, upset Chicky on purpose. If you want worse, boy, have I got stories for you. I'm sure you have plenty of stories, Mary. Men are hardly surprising. Jack is a toxic bully. Jack just he knows he says things sometimes to just annoy you, and it's kind of funny actually. It's like, Jack, just stop. Not right now, Jack. And he knows he's doing it too, so. They thrive on being poop heads to each other. That is true. Am I a bully? You're not a bully, Mary. Honestly, I love him. I really love Jack too. He's amazing. He just asks to be picked on sometimes, so that's his fault. Because he makes trouble. On purpose. So, he's asking for it. Jack is usually on the receiving end, but if you say it's true, Travis, then I just haven't witnessed it recognized. Yeah, no, it's funny. Jack is such a sweetheart. No, he's he pushes my buttons on purpose. He does. I hate it here. Tits for tats. Tits. If that was true, I'd have a lot of tattoos. And yet you still call him a poop head. Well. You know, my MS Teams filter at work does not let me say poop head. It says it's profanity. He's the poopiest head. You have a filter? We do, and it's a very strict filter. Because, you know, poop head, it could be a lot worse than poop head. That's why you gotta say dunderhead. I bet dunderhead is not blocked, I'm pretty sure. Have I ever tried to write things like that in a work app? Like Scrooge McDuck. It's funny, my coworker was talking about finding some bugs in her house and she said she wanted to burn her house down, and it also blocked that. It's funny, it doesn't block any of the individual words, but it blocks that phrase. So, I don't know. 4-year-olds say that? Yeah, you poop head. What the fuck is dunderhead? Also, hi Errol. Because 4-year-olds say it, yeah. I came in here saying that today. I called Chris a poop head. He took credit for your work? This guy sounds like a shithead. I'm gonna say the profanity instead. A shithead. Wait, have I freed more dudes? Are you a new free dude? Anti-cool Chris. I mean, he didn't say, oh, I did it, but he said thanks. The compliments when I'd done all the work, and I was like, excuse me, sir. I'm not a fan of his. You shouldn't be. He doesn't sound like he needs fans. Animal Crossing, the first US one, used Dunderpate? Ooh, a giant's wallet. Nice. 500 rupees. My supervisor tells me a lot that she loves my unflappability, and I'm like, oh dear, if you just saw my thoughts. Dunderpate. I've never heard that before. Apparently I didn't pay enough attention in Animal Crossing. Unflappable Dunderpate. That's what my name was in college. Was that your nickname? Okay, so we have... So we can start in, I guess, Gerudo Desert now. We can head over there. It's the last temple! Oh no! I don't really want this series to end, honestly, but... Oops. I'm really enjoying playing Zelda for you guys, so... I'll have to do another Zelda game soon.
Shithead alternative forms. Shathead, shyhead. S-dead. Censored. Shit D. Incorrectly censored. Etymology. Shit plus head. Pronunciation. IPA. Key.
colon.
T. Head. Audio.
Who was she?
K.
And why did it stop? What just happened? Markvard, you broke my thing. Who was that woman who just popped in and said colon? What was that? It's even worse than when it changed to sauces, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was just weird. Speaking of that, where is Drew? Where is my Australian friend? What power have I unleashed? I don't know. You just I think that woman was trapped in my speech voice to text, and you just released her into the world. Marbrosa, if you unleashed a curse upon us all. Drew's back in Australia. Yeah, I saw that he was back. He actually popped into one of my streams, I think right when he got back, but he's been super quiet since. Wait, I'm not in the right place. What am I doing here? Y'all are distracting me. This is not the right place. I just made us watch the tape from The Ring. You did. You unleashed her somehow, and she's cursed us all. The phone better not ring. Oh boy. Oh, I never saw The Ring. Oh, he's home now. Yeah, he's home now. Back in back down under. The Ring is so scary. It's spooky. Sadako, we stand you, queen. I'll burn a baby for you later if you leave us alone. Yeah, please don't crawl out of my TV. No, thank you. Can't find the original quote either. I made up the fact that underpaid is in the game, or there's no good text up on Google. I mean, if you made that up, that's an excellent word, Ardrick, so. Words change and shift, yes. We can make English. One thing about English that's fun is you can always make up words and people can kind of understand what you're talking about, so. Jack, you're being such a dunderpate. Don't be a dunderpate. I have the 3rd book in the Ring series from the library. Ooh. Cindy, the TV is leaking. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. His name is just so easy in there. So is Mary, so. Oh my god. I certainly need to make up the word. I have an overdue library book. Mary. How could you? Wait, is this where I have to sneak around? The most heinous of crimes, I know. Oh! Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I'm a dunderpate too, I guess. Well, now I'm in jail. Game over. I forgot what I'm supposed to do here. Am I supposed to be here? It's just in an area I don't go to often, so I keep forgetting. Oh. And I have a book I want to finish to return it with, but I actually got to do that. I wonder how long till I get on a list of kids you can't lend books to. You know, I wonder if I never return some library books too. I haven't been to the library in a long time, but like a really long time. Ugh. Am I even supposed to be in here? I don't know. I just assume that I am because it's a place I can go. If your library is anything like mine, you'll know when it's overdue. Oh, this is
too close. You were almost a jibble sandwich.
You're right.
Thanks, Mary. I probably have fees on my library card. Poophead Dunderpate, the stream is too filthy. I know, Evan, what's going on with my chat today? They're also inappropriate. Okay, well, I don't think I was supposed to get that way, but I'll take it. I feel like I'm being creative with my exploration of this area. I haven't gone in like 10 years. Yeah, it's been a long time too for me for a library. You've enabled us to be so foul-mouthed. I know, I'm so terrible. Oh, okay, their hitboxes are really off. But I'm not complaining. Whoa, what was going on there? Oh, shit. Our library is actually rad. We did away with fees a while ago. Oh, which is also a part of why I haven't returned it, and hence my worries, because there's gotta be some consequence for heathens like me. They put you on a blacklist. I did accept that I did a bad thing, and I'm 100% going to say sorry for being a dunderpate. You definitely need to say that. Oh. I don't even know why I'm here. All of my fellow carpenters are imprisoned. Oh, so we're rescuing carpenters? I was not aware we were doing that. Okay. Somewhere around here. Watch out! This giant sword is so cheesy. I love it. Just stab right through their stab right through their hitbox. I thought that character was getting his extension for a bit. I used to work at a library that did away with fines. When someone kept a book too long anyway, they'd send me to track them down and slash their tires. I don't think they know what my car is my car. You don't know, Mary. They might have their resources. They caught you on camera when you came by and dropped off the book. Or picked up the book. Okay, so that's why we're here. We're rescuing people. Got it. Can you imagine? Like, we can't fund schools, but we pay librarians to slash tires. You know, our country has done crazier things, right? So. Okay, we found one. Don't think Emery would be getting paid. It seems more like a passion project. He volunteers to go slash tires for the library. Or maybe they are, don't let me hold them back. Passion for slashing. Oh my god. I've never slashed a tire. I've never either. I don't know how hard that actually would be. Someone told them to follow their heart and they never looked back. Damn it. It's like, I'll catch her off hitbox eventually. Wait, is that where I came from? I think that's where I came from. Oh crap. Got a bad flat in the fall last year. I should have tried it. Actually, just so I know, what are your pronouns if it's okay for me to ask? Oh yeah, I should have a pronoun check redemption as well. How do we set this on Twitch? So I know that there... Robosa, it looks like you're using it, but there's a way to do... I forgot what the tool is called. I don't know why it's actually not showing up on my stream anymore. I might have to reset it because I set up a tool that allows you to set your pronouns and then see them on Twitch as well. But it looks like mine's not showing up anymore, so that's kind of annoying. It's showing up in my, if you guys see the chat on the left, or, not the left. On the right side of the screen, when it pops up in the chat, you can see them there, if that's where they're showing up. Daddy woman. I know he knows. Yeah, Jomi helped me set it up on mine, but it's only showing up in my chat on the bubbles. So the bubble chat, you can see it. Yeah, some kind of widget. I don't see the pronouns. So you should be able to, Mary, if you look in the so if you look on the actual stream, on the chat that's popping up on the stream, then you can see it. But it's not in the actual chat, like in the chat of the chat. The chat. It's on the stream itself. Ow, bitch. So cheesy. I'm over here changing my window size, full screening, playing with ratios. It's okay, Mary, you're learning. If I felt like being obnoxious, I changed my display pronouns to Bussy and Poppin. Oh my god. Jito. Also we have Ichido and Jito. These women are so scary. You go, Bussy. Okay. In here? Generally, he, him, but also pretty gender apathetic a lot of the time. Oh. Wait, this is where I was before. Wait, is it? No? Oh shit. Okay, I have to figure out where else I haven't gone. It's all much more fluid than we seem to allow. Yep. Oh god. And I think what people also need to respect is that when you say that you want to be addressed as such, shit. Okay, I'm starting to get a little annoyed at this area. I don't remember where I need to go. Just respect what they want. Like, that's not that hard. Damn it, okay, I should not go into this room. Well, I have a lot of issues with RuPaul. I resonate a lot with the phrase, we're all born naked and the rest is drag. It's true. It's not that hard. I think about this all the time. Just, like, do the thing. It's just do the thing. Okay, where am I supposed to go here? My god, Link, you were so loud. I'm gonna let everyone know that you're here. It's a good statement, Proposif. I similarly feels about Rue, and also so complex. Yes. Well, it's just the problem of trying to put people in boxes and forcing them to be so. So, that's just not cool. Pick it up. People make it out to be so hard. It's just not. For just a second, my stone brain mistook that green rupee for a cactuar. If I saw a cactuar in this game, I would be very surprised and very happy. Red rupees are worth 20 cactuars. How many needles do they shoot at you? They just shoot one needle out. That's all. One single needle. Swinging my sword around wildly, that seems to be working. That's not nice of them, but one is better than more than one. They usually shoot 1,000. Sometimes 10,000. Saboro. I'm surprised they kept that name for him, because that's a hard name for people to say in English. Needle hug. You love when you swing your sword around. Swinging it around freely. Personally, I love it when the sword gets helicoptered around. We're brosif. Jack says hi, he can't come play because he's playing D&D. That's right, that's what he said. He said he was gonna come after if I'm still on when he's done with D&D. When he's done adventuring through the realm. Telling me he's a lovable poop head. I hope you're not being bullied. I can't call him that anymore. Oh my gosh. Okay, no wait, we came here already. Dead Night Daylight. And a Dunderpate. Just say it's from me. Oh wait, I wonder if I have to jump across this thing. Maybe? Oh. my god. Okay, I have to remember there's one more guard in here somewhere. Lurking around. Oh shit. Go, just go. Turn into a leaf, I cannot believe it. Slash Thunderpate. Okay, this is a new area-ish, right? I will keep old leaves, thank you very much. They're good fertilizer. Thank you, Mary. Okay, wait, where is the last hole? The last door that I haven't found yet. Turning over a new leaf, I'm not going to call Jack that word anymore. New me, 5 minutes past, you poop head. Oh, what door didn't I go into yet? Let's see. I know, Navi, thank you. Oh, I wonder? Oh, really? God damn it. It's been 6 minutes. Ah. I'm running out of arrows as well. Shit. Okay, where's the last dude? Oh god. Wait, can I use the hookshot on these people? Oh, I can stun them temporarily. I don't think that's gonna really do much though. What's even happening when that happens? Madonna said it's 4 minutes. Just 4 minutes to save the world. You know what I was thinking about earlier when you were playing Cooking Simulator and could only empty the pot by throwing it into the sink? Chicky, if you play that game again, I will be very entertained. He'll just switch to Butthead. Butthead. I haven't played that since. I don't blame you, honestly. That game looked really janky, but it was a lot of fun to watch. The Cooking Simulator was so much. That was a lot of fun. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that, but it looked frustrating to play. Chicky, it is not multiplayer at all, is it? Maybe here? That stream and the clips it produced have burned Chicky saying, "Oh fuck," into my brain. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. Her hubby has a metaverse VR that his work bought him? What? Wow. And I tried a cooking simulator and that was also hard. That sounds real fun and stupid in VR. I forgot who it was that I was watching, but someone was playing a VR game also that was like a very like simple version of like a cooking simulator, but I don't remember who it was. And it was in VR. If I was up by myself at like 2 AM in their living room doing this, I probably look ridiculous. Cooking simulator has multiplayer, but it's not really real? Oh, and only in beta. I see. Meta Facebook metaverse? Oh god. Not that metaverse, hopefully. It is? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I really have to figure out what I'm missing here. I wish I had a stone mask. I just played his games. What happened to your clips? Oh no. Oh, Marbosif, are you looking at, because I think the clips filters default to only recent ones, so you might have to filter it, just look at all-time clips. That's usually the problem I run into, so. The European Union hosted a metaverse party that cost like a few €100,000. And attendance was 6. Wait, what? Oh shit. Oh damn it. Oh no, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I just realized there's like arrows flying off into the distance. What's happening there? Google EU Metaverse Party? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to look this up later. Okay, I found the clips. Floor soup. Oh no. I thought you meant 6 people threw a fucking expensive party for themselves and I was about to be mad. Okay, well that's obviously not the way to go, so let's go in here. Thank you, Marbrosa, for sharing Chicky's hilarious moments with us. What's up here? The other attendees then gave up, leaving the singular journalist as the only person at the gala, less than an hour after its advertised start. Oh my. Okay, this is one we've been to already. Where do I need to go? I'm so confused. Here? Do you have a favorite Zelda game? God, my favorite Zelda game changes a lot, but the first Zelda game I played, Link to the Past, is probably still one of my favorites. Followed closely by Wind Waker. And Breath of the Wild was good too, so I'm not sure if any of those words mean anything to you, but yeah, those are probably my favorites. And I mean, this one is good too. I don't know where I'd put them all. Totally seems intentionally janky. Morbidly Gay, welcome in, thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness. Hi Jonathan, let me switch over here real quick. Because I'm feeling an Ocarina of Time right now. Also, Link has a booty. Link does have a booty. Thank you, Phil. Happy Wolverine. Hi, Hugo. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you, Jonathan, for the raid. How are you doing tonight? What is Vampire Survivors? Tell us about that. Hi, Hugo. The cuties, I know. How was your stream, Jonathan? Thank you for the raid. It's good to take a pause because I am lost where I am right now in my game, so maybe I need a pause. It's my new obsession? I'm gonna have to look that up. Vampire Survivors. Pause with pause. I've never heard of that. Hi, Grounded. I'm almost done with Grounded. Almost done. Chicky and Hugo, I want to play with you guys again soon in Grounded because I'm almost done with the game and it would be really cool to close it out with you guys, but I'm just about finished, I think. It's like a Castlevania twin shooter. It's silly and weird and it's in Game Pass? Okay, good. I have Game Pass. We need to play before you finish? Jonathan. Well, you can... The good thing about Grounded is I have my yard file, but you could also start one too. And we can go play over in your yard, so it's pretty flexible like that. It's free, give it a go. Cool, thank you. I will check it out. I was just telling chat earlier that I need to check out more Game Pass stuff because I have Game Pass now and I just haven't really used it, so... I'm sorry to my Final Fantasy XIV friends, but I let that one expire so that I can continue having Game Pass, at least for now. So... I'd love to play again. Yeah, we need to play again soon. I know you have lots of stuff going on for school now, Hugo, so... But thank you for the raid, Jonathan. If you came in with Jonathan's raid and you don't know me yet, I am Fox, a gay variety streamer. We are playing Ocarina of Time tonight. My schedule is normally Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, but it's been a little erratic lately, so... It's just been life, so... Game Pass is a better deal. Well, it's certainly more games, that's for sure. But I was gonna tell chat, Final Fantasy XIV was probably one of my favorite games I played this year, so... I spent 4 months straight obsessed with that game, and I loved every minute of it, so it was worth it to me. But now that I finished everything I wanted to, I kind of just let it go, so I don't want to get too hooked on it after that. Who isn't erratic these days? I know, those are the lucky people. But thank you all for coming in. We will switch back to Ocarina of Time. Hopefully I can find my way out of the situation I'm in, because I am so lost. But maybe we will luck out and figure out something. But thank you so much for the raid, Jonathan. I have a feeling it's this way. But I keep getting caught over here. Oh, God. Shit. I was like, is there a way I can crouch? No, there's not. I'm screwed. I think that's the way I need to go, though. I believe in you. I am no help beyond that, but I'm like the magic feather or whatnot. Thank you, Mary. Okay, Daniel, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Everyone say good night to Daniel. Thank you for coming in. I'll talk to you soon. Hi all you chat cuties. I know there's lots of cuties in chat, but Jonathan, if you need to do some self-care after the stream, please go do so. Don't feel obligated to stay, but if you do, of course, I'm very happy if you do. But if you can't, I understand. Okay. Yeah, back. I think back there is where. No. Is it back there? Oh, right in the head. Unplugging stream setup. You know, I was so annoyed that I had to keep resetting my stream setup that I bought accessories and things to make sure I don't have to ever unplug anything ever after my streams. I actually spent money on extra things that I don't have to ever redo anything when my stream is over. Because I am lazy. I don't have time for that. I actually think I know where I need to go, but I'm not sure how to get past the guards there. Maybe if I go this way? The only thing I have is my Elgato capture card and I switch between the 3 systems. Ah. Okay, no, not this one. We've been here. I used to have to unplug all my systems to like plug it back into the TV and everything. But okay, no, this is where we were. Where do I need to go? Why am I not seeing the door that I need to go into? What have I missed? It must be in that one hallway. But I keep getting caught in, which is really annoying. Oh shit. Not where I want to be. I'm trying to like map this out of my mind by going into all these doors now so I remember. Oh god. I kept missing one here, I got so frustrated. I'm probably missing that same one, Hugo. One past the lunch table and cooking area. Like this area? Nearby here. I wonder which one it is I'm missing. Okay, no, not that one. I got that one already. Okay, I actually think it's down here. But then I have to get through here without getting caught. Here you are, you little bitch. Thanks, Hugo. I found it, I don't think, finally. They all say the exact same thing, too. Just swing wildly, Link, you can do it. So much finesse in that fighting style. I almost was gonna forget about you, dude. I could not find you. Shido. But they're just named 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is pretty funny. Such creative names. They have such goofy faces. Okay, we did it. Thank goodness. Finally, I know, yay. That took forever. I used to think that all men, besides the Great Ganondorf, were useless. But now that I've seen you, I don't think so anymore. Oh, thank you, Mary. Headquarters are in the Spirit Temple. That's right. You must want to become one of us. Oh, thank goodness. They're not going to throw me in jail anymore. Yay. Membership card. Thank you. Okay, I'm leaving now. Oh my goodness. What a nightmare. Oh. She's still dead. My friend, hi Zach, welcome in. How are you doing today? Oh. Thank you, Phil. I'm doing just dandy, it's been a while. It has been a little while, although I've seen you around for sure. But thank you for stopping in. Are you going into the desert? I am. Can't cross the desert unless you pass the 2 trials. River of Sand, okay. Follow the flags we placed there. The second trial is the Phantom Guide. Those without eyes that can see the truth will only find them returning here. Okay. Well, actually, I want to go back to... Yeah, that was Phil. Okay. We won't go through there yet. I want to go back to the carpenters first. Yes, Phil is here. Oh, sweet jeepers. It is still early for Zach. That's true. – 2 p.m. very early. It's very early. Do you have a prize for me, dude? For doing all of that hard work. Oh, you fixed the bridge? Thanks a lot. Oh, they're all in here. Naboru. Brainwashing. My pronouns are displaying now. Yay! Prohans. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's it. Thank you for adding your pronouns, Ardrick. Oh, I don't think I want to do horseback archery today, thank you very much. No reward? I thought you were going to give me a reward. Well, that's rude. I may not be a Zelda guy, but god, this game has banging music. Zelda games have banging music, for sure. I love the Gerudo theme here, it's so good. Where are all these rocks here? You mean some bops? I get various Ocarina of Time songs stuck in my head all the time. I like that. I love that. Bips and bops. Bippity boopity. Oh, money. Not that I really need money anymore, but... Okay, let's head through the desert. Thank you everyone for stopping in tonight, I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Marbosa. I hydrated before you even redeemed that, but thank you. I do need to do a posture check. Oh, I'm slouching. I'm preparing to go back to the US in like a week and a half. Oh, that's so soon. haven't had as much time to chill in streams. That's perfectly fine, Zach. It's always nice to see you in any stream, whether it's mine or not. I bet you're excited to have your trip. Okay, so what is the thing here? Do I need to... Well, that wasn't too hard. I just had to hookshot across. Okay, cool. Can I hack your computer to make your display pronounce pasta noodle? Dunderpate? Oh no, hi Jack. I'm a little wary about being back at my parents' place because even though I get along with my parents fine, my mom is way too excited to have me back. And I kind of don't want to deal with that. Nesta Poodle. He has been summoned. How was D&D, Jack? Oh, there we go. Wait, what's down here? Oh god. Oh, a spider. Definitely did not mention the word Dunderpate earlier. Who would be do that? Would be crazy. I want a one-on-one fist fight with the hag while naked. Why were you naked? She's dealt with a lot the last few years, and admittedly, I haven't been back in forever. I don't have the heart to be like, whoa, back off. Jack, that is impressive, Jack. But I still would like to know why you were naked. We're contractually obligated to call you a poophead 3 times each this stream. Jack, you missed so much discussion about you. It was a ritual battle to the death testing strength. It happened in like anti-magic zone. That still doesn't really answer the question why you're naked. What if you frame it as more like, I'm used to spending a lot of time alone and I'm nervous, I won't have enough space. I'm glad that my mom is very good about boundaries. She has, I think, even more strict boundary requirements than I do. Which removed all my armor except my underwear. And prevented all magic use. So you weren't actually naked. Don't lie, Jack. And that makes a funnier story. It does. Well, I'm glad you had fun, Jack, and thank you for stopping in after the game. I'm sure D&D can be tiring. Sploosh. Ah. You're almost done? I am. I'm closing in on the end. I'm a little sad about that, actually. I've been enjoying playing this, so... We'll have to find another Zelda game soon that I can stream. Minnesota's Blue Ribbon Hole. Oh my god. I love Zelda. Me too. One of my favorite series ever. I love me some Breath of the Wild, but I do miss this formula. I kind of hope, in a way, that after Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, that they bring us a more traditional Zelda experience. I think that would be pretty cool. With, of course, evolved mechanics and gameplay, but just something a little bit more... Because we'll have two, essentially, Breath of the Wild experiences. It would be cool to have something more back in the lines of these types of games again. Or maybe even a top-down one. How cool would that be? A new top-down Zelda? That'd be so awesome. Just like a 2D one. Might go play Link Between Worlds again. So Link Between Worlds is very good. Oh my god, I hate these things. Leave me alone. Go away. Spirit Temple. This is probably one of my favorite temples in this game. I think the last two temples are probably my favorites. This one and Shadow Temple. Nah. Well, Zach, I'm just excited that you're going to get to see, like, Chicky folks. That's going to be so much fun. The half-adult, half-child component is cool, yeah. Although I forget what I'm supposed to do here now. Hello. I'm so excited for that. Yeah, you guys better share pictures, that's all I gotta say. I don't know if Chicky's still in the room. He was here earlier, but y'all need to share pictures. If you want to travel to the future, you should return here with the power of silver from the past. If you want to proceed to the past, you should return here with the pure heart of a child. Chicky and I are going to stream some co-op NES on New Year's Day. Oh my god, that would be so fun. Okay, wait, which games though? My tooths are brushed and I'm going to bed. Okay, Ardrick, good night, Emery. Everyone say good night to Ardrick. Chic. I love this theme. It's so pretty. Have a good night and sleep well, Toofson. Alien Syndrome was the game that gave us the idea. Oh, I don't think I've heard of that. The Requiem of Spirit will lead a child back to the desert. It's an overhead shooter. Think like Smash TV with bigger sprites and scrolling backgrounds, and you have to save a certain number of prisoners and then get to the exit. Oh, it's beautiful. I know it's so pretty. Pretty music. This game has pretty music. I'm not sure how y'all are going to be playing games, but I might have a recommendation for a game that you two should play that's going to be really wacky and probably not something you can beat because it's ridiculous, but it's a really fun game that my mom and I used to play when I was a kid, so. It's a fun but challenging game, so you get to see me die over and over while Chicky beats the enemies. You never know, you may become the star. I'm a new baby. Well, Mary is not super like into what's it called. Mary doesn't have a lot of experience with games yet, so I was just telling Mary the other day that it's refreshing because Mary's comments sometimes about the games themselves, they're so because they're from a person who has not really seen the games before. I really enjoy hearing what she has to say because it's so fresh. Like, she called Bowyer from Super Mario RPG a drugged out caterpillar, and I was like, that's perfect. So I was like, I've never heard anyone say that, but that is absolutely correct. It's fun to have different perspectives. Yeah, so I'm so happy to have met you, Mary. And even though you're not like a huge fan of games, it's still, you've been such a wonderful person to get to know, and I love your commentary on video games. It's just been great. Your voice is valued and encouraged for sure. I love hearing what you have to say. It's so much fun. I've actually never played Super Mario RPG either. Jack. Although, Jack, I'm sure you've seen lots of that game since like a lot of us stream it, so that is definitely a fun perspective. Yeah, it's great hearing that from Mary, and not someone who's like judgmental about gaming either, you know, someone who actually is excited for us, which is nice. Superstar Saga was the blast. I didn't play enough of those games, honestly. I like games I just took a 20-year break in between my game life. Oh, okay. I played one of the Mario Luigi's, but I meant the SNES one. Yeah, Super Mario RPG is so good. I just have very little NES and SNES experience. That's right. I keep forgetting you're a little bit younger than we are, Jack. Analog Darling has a fun take on stuff too. Oh. I'm not on y'all's stuff. You mean you're not big nerds like we are, Mary? Mario and Luigi games are honestly my faves. Yeah, they're really fun. The only one I've played was Bowser's Inside Story. If you guys need to ask why that was the only one I've played, you don't know me well enough. But we're a bunch of weirdos, to be honest. But the weirdos are the best people. It's not that because I was gaming during the time of SNES. It was on Sega Genesis. Ah. I was all Nintendo, so not good at trying new ones, and I don't like games with endings. Because when I play something, I want to play forever. I totally get that feeling. Like I was saying earlier, I don't want this game to end. It's been so much fun playing it with y'all. But it does have to end eventually. Okay, now we can get back to the Spirit Temple. I don't think we're going to get into the full temple today because we're doing pizza tonight and I kind of want to get that started. So we'll probably play for maybe 15 more minutes or so. I'll at least do the first part of the temple, maybe. I played a fuck ton of like 3 games. I was like 5 and didn't know what was out there. Yeah, well, me too, Jack. So when I was playing games, my mom was like all Nintendo, so, and I never had any exposure to Sega at all. I'm also not very good, so you don't need to be good to enjoy games, Mary, for sure. What kind of pizza? I'm not sure yet. We have lots of random ingredients in the house that we might use, so we have like the pre-made pizza crust that we're going to use, and I have some sauce that we can use for the base, and we have this shredded Parmesan cheese that we can use. I know Parmesan's a little strong to use on pizza, but I'm kind of excited to use that. And then we have some chicken, and I don't know what we're going to do for a veggie, but we'll figure it out. Moved on to N64 after that. Oh, okay. That's an interesting journey. Like, I was basically just Nintendo all the way up through GameCube, and then I finally got a PS2. So. Oh yeah, Mary, what games did you play so much of? Stardew Valley. Oh my god, no wonder we're besties. Pixel Junk Monsters. Mario Kart 64. Oh my god, Mario Kart 64 is so good. Parma pizza is amazing. I can't wait. I don't think I've ever had Parma as the main cheese on the pizza. And it's fresh parm, you know. It's like it's like shredded, and it's in. Okay, sorry. I just heard some really weird sounds in my house. What was that? Okay. I don't see anything weird going on, but that was really creepy. Anyway, sorry about that. God, I must have looked crazy just now. Say fuck being good at games. If you're having fun, you're a pro gamer. Yeah, for sure. I don't mind being bad at things. I'm perfectly happy just being a little blob. Really enjoy Pokemon Unite. Got an N64 and PlayStation at the same time. Oh, cool. Now I'm getting hungry. Once upon a time, I was also really good at Hearthstone. Oh, I never played Hearthstone. I already had dinner. I'm getting hungry again. N64 was my first true system. I think we had an NES before that. I played that a lot too since I like Magic. I've never played Hearthstone. Maybe I should take a look at it. Played a crap ton of Mario Kart 64. Me too. My mom played that a lot with me, and she loved Wario because he laughed so evilly when he hit people. So, if you want a clue about what her personality is like. 7 years ago, my ex wanted to teach me MTG, but I was drunk the night he tried, so he gave up and taught me Hearthstone instead. I get not liking games to end. Yeah, me too. I kind of gravitate to some of those games too. Although I do like mixing in games that actually end, so that I'm not just playing one game, but... I mean, Nikujaga yesterday, ooh. But let it simmer too long at the end, now it's Nikujaga with crunchy potatoes. I love how Nikujaga is literally just means meat and potatoes. It's been ages, but I enjoyed it a lot. Your mom's my mom and I have a complicated relationship, but some of the best memories I have of her is playing NES and Super NES games, and N64 games with her when I was a kid. So she was the mom that bought me Mortal Kombat 2 on my SNES without thinking twice about it, and she laughed when we did the fatalities on each other. So, you know. Some like Breath of the Wild basically don't end if you don't want. Okay, so I don't know if it's just me, but I'm hearing someone talking very softly. Like a whisper. But it sounds like it's coming out of a speaker? But that can't be happening. Some like Breath of the Wild basically don't end if you don't want them to, yeah. I think Grounded is the same way too, the game I'm playing. There's an end, but you don't have to end the game. Even Stardew Valley, actually, Mary, I don't know if you know this, but I spent so much time in that game. There was when the new latest release came out that added the island and everything to the game, there was a new achievement that was released that's called Perfection, and I went and did that. So I technically beat the game, which is silly, but... I don't want extra emotions, Jack. That's why I like RPGs. Yeah, well, RPGs, I love the story in games too. The thing about my husband that kind of drives me crazy is he skips through all the text every time he's playing games, and I'm like, oh my god, you're missing such good entertainment. But that's just how he is, so he's not patient when it comes to reading things. Is that my pussy hole? I think we can hear it on our end, like anime moaning. Well, that's Link making those noises, but it's my camera I put in your room. Hugo, you don't have to sneak around. I can just send you pictures if you want. Yeah, Link is the one moaning. But there's a point where there's nothing left to unlock or see story-wise. Yeah, I'm a huge RPG fiend. I love old RPGs. I love new RPGs, action RPGs, turn-based RPGs, tactical RPGs, story-based RPGs. I love them all. My bussy hole might be whispering at you. Okay, so what I'm hearing, it's like a man's voice talking very softly every now and then, and it sounds like it's coming out of a speaker. But there's no speakers where anyone should be talking right now. My husband's in the room. Y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but okay, so there used to be, we felt like someone in this house, like a ghost. And there was one time where I was home by myself and my husband wasn't home, and I was sleeping on the couch in the living room, and I know nobody was home. So, and someone, I don't think I was dreaming. I was like, well, I could have been dreaming. I was in that state of being half asleep. But someone very clearly whispered my name in my ear. At least that's what I thought. So I woke up thinking my husband was around, right? But then he wasn't. He was gone. He was out doing errands. So that freaked me out. And there was another time where we both saw something standing in the corner of our house in the living room, and it's like, okay, it's just like a shadow. But my husband has always been kind of sensitive to those things, so he can sometimes sense them if they're malicious or if they're not. And he said the one in our house is apparently not. But he used to do things like knock things over and what's it called? He used to knock things over and make things fall down. And I think he's just like to play jokes on us. But anyway, I'm sorry. Just going. I'm sorry, I muted the stream because I'm a scaredy cat. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. I didn't mean to scare y'all. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like maybe my husband is listening to something really loud in the room and it's coming through. But yeah. Doesn't make you stop playing or anything. MMOs are kind of like that too. I'm just gonna assume you live with an invisible cat. I don't know. If the cat can whisper my name in my ear, then it is a cat. I just got spooked way too easily. I'm sorry, Mary. I know that's kind of creepy, like me stopping and looking to see what's going on. I'm not trying to scare you all, but I definitely am hearing something. Maybe my husband's playing a trick on me. I'll continue the game, so we can move past the spookiness. That's basically what a poltergeist is, yeah. So, you know, I'm not sure what I believe, but I don't think my husband is lying about what he senses and what he can feel. So, I'm not gonna disagree with that. So, and most of the time when he senses something, I'll eventually sense something myself or see something. So I'm just like, okay, that's enough for me. I don't need to see or hear anything more than that. The cat's like Travis Henlo and pushes the glass off the table. Yeah, that sounds like a cat. Hello. Looking for the sages. Oh, I guess that wasn't the answer I'm supposed to give. I have a story about that, but it's not scary, but it's kind of a lot of parts. I mean, if you want to share it here, Mary, or post it in Discord somewhere, whatever you want to do. I'd love to hear your story. Oh. What do you want me to say? Nothing, really? I love how she can keep asking. I can keep saying different things until she's like, oh. You have nothing to do? What good timing. I can share, I just wanted to make sure it's okay if it's long. Yeah, that's fine, Mary. Just don't be like Earl and use the text to voice to share your story. I hate Ganondorf. That was me being spooky in your house, and I was trying to get attention and trying to find the mustard. It's red and called ketchup. Evan, if you were in my house and all you did was sneak around and not hang out with me, that's very disappointing. That would make me very sad. The text to voice is only for being annoying with wiki info related to what's on stream. Apparently that's what y'all use it for, so. Except for Phil. Phil uses it to post jokes. So.
Brenda.
Or that. AKA the Earl. Yeah, it's doing the Earl. What kind of name is that? Well, rude. Okay, Evan, thank you for hanging out. Have a good night. Mary, I'll read through your story when you finish posting everything. The Silver Gauntlets. Okay, actually, I think now that we're actually at 2 hours and 3 minutes. I won't go into the temple yet. We'll save the temple for next time. I'll stop it here, but I want to chat with you all for a little bit longer. So, let me save here, and we will hang out and chat. I want to look at Mary's story. Create a suspend point 2. Okay. Boop. Oh, so bright. Stop. Okay. Let me move this over here so it's not as bright. Okay, there we go. Alright, so back in 2018, my roommate friend passed away from suicide. We're working through this. I have a lot of support. It also didn't happen in the house. After he died, I was on the top floor of the house all alone for a couple months. We had a roommate on the first floor, but it was just our rooms and a bathroom up there. So anyway, I was alone up there for a while, and I'd come home when my other roommate was at work. And stuff like our bathroom fan would be on. It's on a timer. And that was something Alex was very passionate about. I feel like I could picture him as a little ghost just doing it to fuck with me. Aw. There would be other little things like that I noticed too, so I'm like, who knows, maybe he swings by every so often to say hi. That kind of makes me happy because I adore him. Aw, Mary, thank you for sharing, and I'm sorry about that. I don't know if ghosts exist, but if they do, I would think most would be pretty chill. I think, so for me, I don't know what I believe, honestly, but there are certainly things I believe in life that we cannot explain with science. So I think there are things in the universe, things in our existence that we can't explain, and I'm okay with that. So some of us are chill, some of us are not. Yeah, I don't think they're all good, but and I'm okay with that. I think it would be a very boring existence if we could explain everything with a system that we thought up as humans. You know, we invented science, so I think it would be very boring if we could explain everything with something that we invented. So I think I'd like to think there are things out there that are just unexplainable, and I'm okay with that. So that's just how I feel, because I cannot explain the things that with science. I cannot explain the things that my husband has felt or seen, and neither can I in some situations. So, you know. Also, does just believing in things make them real? That's getting too weird. I just had some devil's lettuce. Oh, Jasper, thank you for the raid. We're here while we're talking. Thank you for coming in while we're just talking about ghosts and and things, and Mary having her devil's lettuce. Welcome in, Jess. Oh no, Brenda got blocked out. Here, I'll redeem Brenda again just for you. Welcome in, Jazz. Thank you for the raid. Okay, wait, I have to go catch up on chat, but thank you for the raid, Jazz. Thank you for bringing your community here. You were streaming Stardew Valley? Were you playing with the Bear Squared? I can't think of names today. Hi, Jomi. You forgot to copy the raid message. That's what I do all the time. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid. If you have not been here before, I am Vox, gay variety streamer. We just finished up another stream of Ocarina of Time. I think we are getting very close to the end, so I'm excited. I'm ending a little early today only because I want to go eat pizza. Well, welcome in, everyone, and thank you for the raid, Jazz. I hope you had a good time. Okay, let me go catch up on chat because we were talking about some very interesting things. So Mary, I think your thought that you shared there about believing in things make them real. I mean, for sometimes, yes, our minds are so powerful that if you believe something enough, it will be real, you know. And it's kind of like thinking, if you have a scary enough dream in your head, it's real. And who says that what's happening in your head is not real, right? It's happening in your head, so it's happening, it's real. But the creepiest thing ever to happen to me was during sleep paralysis. I was being levitated off the bed. Hugo, that's terrifying. Sleep paralysis in itself is scary. That's such a good point, Travis. Not only is that idea boring, but it's bizarre to make everything so human-centric. Well, that's just what I think, you know, right? When you think about it, we're a very intelligent species, right? But we invented science. We invented the laws and everything to explain what we see in the world. So as people, I think we have limitations, and we're not going to always be able to understand everything. So I think there's things in the universe that we just can't explain, and to me, I'd like that, because it would be really boring if everything could be seen only through our lens, and there's nothing else out there. I just don't think that would be true. So, you know, that's my feeling, at least. Like, if I believe that it's a thing I'm experiencing, maybe it's true for me even if it isn't a fact. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So, it was a dream though, but during sleep paralysis, that's so scary. Did someone say devil's lettuce? Mary did. Sleep paralysis. Luckily, I have never experienced that myself. I have no idea what it's like. I don't think I want to know, so... And I'm doing well, Jazz. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm catching up on all the chat now. Welcome in, everyone. What kind of pizza? So, I don't know what we're having. This is kind of pizza that we're having because we have things in the house that we need to use up. So, we have pre-made crust that we can just throw in the oven. We have sauce. Pizza sauce. We have fresh Parmesan cheese that's like... It's a big bag of cheese, but it's in little, like, what do you call them? I don't want to say flakes. That doesn't sound appetizing. But they're thin shreds of Parmesan, but they're not shredded. It's like big pieces of Parmesan, fresh Parmesan. So we're going to use that for cheese. We have chicken that we can use for the meat. Unfortunately, we don't have any fresh veggies, so I don't know what we're going to do for veggies, or maybe just not have veggies at all, but that just seems wrong. So that's the kind of pizza we're having. It's leftover pizza. Leftovers on pizza. So that's what we're doing. What kind of pizza? Yeah. All any of us can ever know is what we experience with our own minds, so whether things truly exist or not, if we experience them, is there anything more real? Yeah, see, all of that is it's a lot to think about, so to me, I just accept that there's things I'll never be able to really understand, so. I have a degree in science, and I think science and magic overlap all over the damn place, no, it's true. And I think the thing I just keep coming back to is we as humans invented science, right? So, and we invented it as a way to explain phenomena. But there's always going to be things that science can't explain, but to me that doesn't make it something that's not real, right? So it's just something we can't explain. Shavings, yeah, I should go grab the bag, but they're just big pieces of thin Parmesan, I guess, yeah, they're shavings. It's a big bag of it, so. Shavings, yes, thank you. Thank you, Jomi, for saving my vocabulary. I love green peppers on pizza. Ooh, I do have some peppers, though, but they're dried. FDA says pizza counts as a serving of veg. Well, then the pizza itself will be my veggies. You can put veggies on a pizza, so peach is the vegetable. We invented everything. Also, science is racist. It is. A lot of it is, so. I mean, the idea of everything is a human invention, so. Yeah. So, I think for me, I don't want to limit my perspective to just things that we can explain in our own way, but if we see something or feel something or experience something that science can't explain, that should not be a thing to say, oh, it's not real, it's not true, it's implausible. It's definitely plausible, so. But I also don't think, I don't go and believe all those YouTube videos of people who see ghosts and stuff like that, because I know a lot of them are doing it just to get attention, but still. I also believe people that have said they've seen or felt things, so I'm not going to tell them they're wrong, because their experience is their experience. I'm not going to say that it's wrong, so unless they're blatantly lying to get attention. But I know for sure my husband is not doing that. I trust his word that he's sensed and seen things, so I'm not going to say, oh, you're wrong. The overlap of things I can understand in the sense of, here's my example I talk about often, seeds. Like I can understand theoretically the science behind it, but I still think it's pure magic. Plants are magical. They're lovely. Small ass thing with dirt, water, sunshine becomes this huge thing. I know. YouTube ghost hunters are a scam. They are. Sometimes it's fun to watch just to see how ridiculous it is, but it's like, guys, come on. And if that isn't sort of magical, then butter my butt and call me a biscuit. We can butter your butt anyway, Mary. It's also a bit audacious to think we know everything about everything everywhere. Yeah, that's just not possible. So, and hi Jabo, thank you for shouting me out. Cats are magical. Yes, they are. Danny Gonzalez did a ghost hunting video that was very good and funny. I should go look that up. I know, Jabo, so happy to see you. But yes, this was our big ending discussion for the stream today. So I wanted to keep hearing your guys' thoughts on these things, but it's more fun to think there are mysterious happenings out there. Yeah, me too. That's just, to me, the universe is so big and vast. There's no way that there's things out there that we can explain with science fully. So, and we're just one planet in a massive sea of stars. So, who knows what's out there? And even on our own planet, who knows if we're even seeing or understanding everything that's really here, because we're only so limited in what we can perceive. So cats are absolute magic. I love cats. I love animals. Animals are wonderful. They're the best. If you want me to go on more rants someday, we can get started on the intersection of witchcraft and abortions. Oh, that's quite a topic, Mary. Who knows what's out there? Who knows what's in here? Yeah, not us. We don't know. We're only human. How's things? Things are good. This was a good stream tonight, and y'all have provided me with very good entertainment yourselves. Good conversation and good topics, so it's been nice. My 2 brain cells are in here, thank you. Way to show off. Mary, do you only have 1 left? Maybe half a brain cell. Sometimes I feel like I only have 1 brain cell. Brain cells are overrated anyway. What our brain? I wish I was dumb enough just not to worry about stuff. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. For sure. Okay, well, y'all, I don't mean to cut off. I was having a lot of fun and a good conversation, but I do want to get our pizza started, so I'm probably not going to raid either tonight. I'm just going to end it here. But, that was a lot of fun. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm glad you guys got to... Oh, there's Aki. Okay, so it wasn't my dog making the noise either. Okay, the pizza. I know. I can't wait for that. So, but I'll talk to you guys again soon. I do plan to be back on Thursday, and we're probably just going to do more Ocarina of Time for now. Maybe I'll just plow through and finish that game, and then we'll go back to flip-flopping between two games. So, look up the Mary Kate and Ashley Pizza Slow version to enjoy with your pizza. Oh yeah, Kitty Mickles is on. Thank you for the stream. Thank you everyone for being here. Y'all have a good rest of your night. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.